What's up, YouTube? Welcome to QuickMix, where I teach you how to learn FL Studio in the fastest way possible. If you're new to FL Studio, this channel is for you, so be sure to check out some of the other videos. Today we're going to be creating an R&B beat using one of the chord progressions from the last video. I'll leave that video linked in the description if you'd like to check it out. And yeah, let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do is open up FL Studio, go to File, select New Project from Template, go to Minimal and select Basic 808. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to aim for a slower R&B track, so we're going to bring our tempo down to about 72. Now we can open up our channel rack, and since we selected the template, you can see that we have our kick, clap, hi-hat, and snare already loaded in. Now let's press this plus button down here and go down to Flex. Go to Essential Pianos, and we're going to add in the piano pad as it's a smooth R&B sounding piano that we can use. The next thing we're going to do is make a chord progression using a chord from the last video. So let's open up the piano roll, and we're going to go to this drop down arrow up top and highlight our scale. So we're going to go to View, go down to Scale Highlighting. For this song, we're going to use the key D minor. We can do this by selecting minor and then selecting the root note D by going back into View and then going back down to Scale Highlighting and pressing D. Now that we've done that, all of the notes in our scale will be highlighted in the lighter color. The chord progression we're going to use for this song is going to be the 1-6-4-5, which I covered in the last video. So the first root note will be on the first degree of the scale, D, and we're going to make it a D minor 7 by skipping a note in the scale 3 times. The next chord will be on the 6th degree of the scale, so we're going to place our root note on A sharp, and we're going to do the same thing where we skip a note 3 times, and it's going to make an A sharp major 7 chord. The next chord is going to be on the 4th degree of the scale, and we're going to place our root note on G, and then we're going to do the same thing where we count up 3 times, and that's going to make a G minor 7 chord. And the final chord is on the 5th degree of the scale, so we're going to place our root note on A, and then we're going to count up again to make an A minor 7 chord. And then I'm just going to highlight it and drag it out to finish the bar. And when it's finished, our chord progression will sound like this. Now let's X out of the piano roll and focus on our drum pattern. So the first thing we're going to add is our hi-hats, and we're going to keep it really simple by filling in our hi-hats every other step. So each 2 steps you can select right here. Now we can add in our snare, and I'm going to place the first one on the 9th step and then place the next one 16 notes apart. And the same thing for the next one, 16 notes apart again, and then one more. Now we can add in our kicks, and I'm going to place the first kick on the first step to really give the track a boom when it comes in. And then I'm going to place the next one on the 7th step. And the next ones are going to land on the 13th and 17th step. And then we're going to place the next kick on the 20th step, and we're going to do this to create a little bit of a delay, as it's a common element used in a lot of popular R&B tracks, such as tracks on Trap Soul by Bryson Tiller. For the rest of the pattern, you can just follow along as I speed it up, and you'll see the final product at the end. Now to enhance the track a little bit more, we're going to add in an 808, so press that arrow, and we're going to go down to Flex again, and we're going to go into the 808s, and we're going to select 808 Clean. And with the 808s, we're just going to mimic the same pattern as the kick. We're not going to do anything too special. Now that we've done that, we're going to match the 808 to the same note as the root note in its respective chord by highlighting the 808s and shifting them down. Now we can drag in our pattern and hear the final product. With that being said, that's all I got for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And if you have any questions or recommendations for future videos, leave a comment down below. I'll see you in the next one.